And I was going to ask you, you know, you have the benefit of a lot of research. And when you look at the life cycle of a company, you're probably a lot more advantaged in terms of, understanding or taking a view on the position of a younger startup company versus a unicorn, right? Do you think that for someone who's less or doesn't have the same amount or access to research as you do, when a person wants to get access and let's say has the opportunity to get access between a young startup company and a unicorn, I mean, on balance, what would be your advice to these investors?
I mean, if they don't have access to, like, could they feel like they don't have enough access to
Yeah, they're
research?
not say as well researched, or they're just coming in relatively new to the private market scene, right?
Yeah, I think there's two things. So the earlier stage of the company, the more important the leadership is. Like, yeah. So I think that's one thing. So if and I think sometimes we can all be a judge of that. So I think that ultimately, like, yeah, it's and you can have a mediocre business, but if you have the right people leading it, it will succeed. And you could have the best business ever, the wrong people leading it, it will die. So I think that's the first thing that we can all do on our own. And then the other one is that I would say just look at who else is backing a company, and if you respect those investors, because they're basically you're basically jumping on you're along for the ride with them, and if you think that they're going to be able to, even if the company's in trouble, kind of help that company through the situation, and you value them, then that's another way you can ride on their other the other thing. But obviously not every big company means they're automatically smart, but I think it's just something to think about. Yeah, if you think that, okay, those guys are pretty smart and they're in this company and they're think they'll through thick and thin, they're probably going to be able to push this. And I think that the management's really strong, and even when things go wrong, even if they make some mistakes, like I just think those guys are hard to beat. Then I think that's one way to do it if you feel you don't have other information.
Great.